Was knocked down by a car in the street. He lost 4 months out of the game with a broken leg and never made the grade at Goodison. Leonard is in a side unchanged despite losing 4-0 to Manchester City on Saturday. They've been working on ways to beat Everton's formidable offside trap with fullbacks Brian Mitchell and Lee Sinnott key players in that respect. Sinnott, who's faced Everton before for Watford in the 1984 FA Cup final. Wayne Clark has now joined Graham Sharp on Colin Harvey's casualty list. So after 3 months out with knee trouble, back comes Pat Nevin, whose Everton career began so promisingly in the opening matches of the season. The referee is a jeweller from Whitley Bay, Ken Redfern. Ground receipts from a crowd of around 15,000, close to capacity, means a record payday for Bradford, whatever happens over the next 90 minutes. Everton kick off. 9 league and cup games unbeaten. Fresh from a very encouraging draw at Anfield on Sunday, while Bradford City had been floundering in the second division and are hoping to find the break from the league routine, something to encourage players who are a little short on confidence. Ian Snowden, who scored the winner for Everton the last time they were here in an FA Cup tie almost 2 years ago. He's playing at right back, his new role. Trevor Stephen. Bracewell. Carried unfairly by Ian Banks. Well, Everton giving every indication here of having settled quickly. Hooked out by Banks, the prize, a place in the quarter-finals, a home tie against third division Bristol City. So for the winners of this one, a genuine chance of getting all the way to the semi-finals. Mitchell. As far as Van den Houw. Everton squeezing Bradford City back in front of the Cop End Valley Parade. The goal kick to be taken by Paul Tomlinson. Bradford City might be able to kick the ball in the congested area towards Ormond Royd, who really made a nuisance of himself then. Angular, 6 foot 4 inches tall, and very highly rated by the manager Terry Dolan. Snowden. Switching the point of attack to Van den Houw. Watson. Crotty might get that. There was hesitation at the back by Bradford. Ian Wilson is in there as well. Still Crotty is the danger. Ratcliffe very tight on Ormond Royd. A style of defending that was absent at the other end. And Bradford City were trying to deal with Crotty. Brian Mitchell with the throw. Evans, who is the free player at the back, and three-man centre defence for Bradford City. Ormond Royd. Everton being allowed to play it easily at the back, pick their passes, although that wasn't the best from Van den Houw, and they're not really being harassed and put under pressure in the way you would expect facing a side from a lower division. Not an easy fixture this on paper. It's been a most comfortable start. Kennedy trying to change that with his brand of all-action style, and he just squared up to Ian Wilson for a moment. Nevin. Bracewell is holding Banks. is a problem for Bradford City. David Evans limping towards the ball then. He's made a gesture towards the bench to get the substitutes warmed up. But Evans moving over the ball. Taken by Jackson. Ormondroyd and Leonard! Mark Leonard! They always knew he could score goals, but in his 2 years at Goodison Park, he never really got the chance in the first team, but he flicked it on from Ormondroyd's first header and over Southall. And against the run of play, totally, the second division side are in front. The planning so much geared to Ormondroyd's height, and well read by Leonard to make the second header. Meanwhile, Ian Wilson has added to Everton's problems with an injury. But a very high-quality replacement, Kevin Sheedy. Bracewell. Gotti. Tomlinson will have to prevent the corner. Move the bounce well enough. Bradford City in the last 16 for the third consecutive year. Well, to score a goal past Southall in any circumstances, the way the Everton goalkeeper is playing at the moment, is something to be remembered for a long time, but Mark Leonard has plenty of other reasons beyond that. Sheedy, back from a calf problem. Well, the cup tie, an ideal opportunity for Bradford City to rid themselves of the disappointments, particularly of their defeat at Manchester City on Saturday, and they're two up. With Ian Banks drilling it under Southall. A magnificent spell for the second division side. Leonard involved again. Mitchell cut it back to perfection. Banks tucked it in. 2 goals in 5 minutes. Everton are rocking. And Bradford City are blossoming. Ormondroyd is offside. Ian Banks, Barnsley, Leicester, Huddersfield Town in his past, always a solid player in midfield, capable of getting a goal. Nevin to the right. Evans out. Bracewell with a shooting chance. In the end, clipped it in. With Trevor Stephen and Sheedy to aim for. Possibly, Everton are still playing passes to Graham Sharp out of habit. With Sharp rehabilitating now after his hernia operation. Watson is the big man up for the corner. Tomlinson, a charge off his line, back from McCall. Stuart McCall was quite a useful goal scorer from midfield for Bradford City, but Everton have rather reined him in and restricted him in the centre of their midfield. He's only got 1 this season. And Everton badly needed number 2 here. Hit it well enough, but it was always rising. Palin. Banks is in the centre again. And Senat. A third goal. And you'd wonder if there was any way back for Everton. And it very nearly arrived. Banks unable to reach it that time. Sinnott did. McCall. Vanden Howe. Cross comes Leonard. And then a blast on the half-time whistle. Bradford City, so concerned about their form in the league, have come alive in the Littlewoods Cup. 2 goals in a 5-minute spell. The second from Ian Banks. And the first whisper it around certain sections on Merseyside from an Everton fan and a former Everton player, Mark Leonard. At half-time at Valley Parade, it's Bradford City 2, Everton 0. Bradford City, 45 minutes away. They hoped from a place in the quarter-finals, a stage they reached in the Littlewoods Cup last season, and they lost to Luton Town. And Ian Wilson comes back on crutches to watch the second half. McCall. Nevin. Very nearly got in behind Sinnott. He used his longer legs to block the attempted cross. David Evans, who only played 2 First Division games for Aston Villa, his first club, his league debut was against Everton. Here he is trying to keep them out in the Littlewoods Cup. Come for McCall, and a second time outside of the post. The former Bradford City star so close to a goal against the club he served so splendidly here. And really connecting well, McCall, but it thudded against the post and rocketed back past him. Palin then. Banks buying his side some time. And that's a great pass. Right to left, Banks to Kennedy. Palin going in! It's a wonderful goal on a wonderful night for Bradford City. It ranged more than half the length of the pitch. Kennedy crossed and Palin buried the header in the corner. In the 12th minute of the second half, a thrilling goal. Bradford City 3, Everton 0. Lee Palin, who's hopefully from the Bradford viewpoint about to come off the transfer list. The contract has been negotiated and should be signed. They'll certainly want to keep him. They can go on now with Leonard. Ormondroyd in the centre. Is this going to be number 4? It might be for Mitchell. And he must have run some 70 yards to get there. But Everton have to take all the risk going now, and Ratcliffe have played Leonard onside. The first run was made by Ormondroyd, but it was too far ahead even of his telescopic legs. Mitchell got there, and it was a good effort on the run. Ormondroyd, Leonard. Kennedy slammed it across the face of the goal and whisked her away from number 4. It's an impossible situation for Everton. Palin cushioning the header down for Kennedy. Ormondroyd is onside. He was a little slow to realise it. It was the crowd's reaction that told him. Leonard has been joined by Mitchell in the centre. As Bradford City engage in a spot of keep ball. Not very successfully. Sheedy. Vanden Hauwe at the gallop. Oh, and that would have been an own goal off Evans. Although Tony Cottee was coming in. Ken Redfern, in fact, initially pointed for the goal kick, but the linesman, I think, he got it absolutely right. And Vanden Hauwe's cross. Evans ducking in, and against his own bar. Everton had played simply for pride, really. The second half, and Watson gets one back. That was the most likely route. 3-1. Less than 5 minutes remaining. And it came over Leonard, and Watson was up the highest and directed the header perfectly. Bradford City in no hurry to get the game restarted. And that is some reward for Everton's professionalism. Watson back in his more orthodox place. Everton trying to strain Bradford's nerves. And what little time that remains. Snowden. Ratcliffe. Here's Nevin with a run at Kennedy. Ormondroyd trying to provide some cover. Sheedy played away by Banks into the run of Mark Leonard. Evans, Mitchell's onside. Everton short of cover. Palin in the centre. Ormondroyd too. Is it measured for him? Oh dear, he thought about a diving header, and in that moment lost his balance, decided to control it with the foot. And the control was poor. Banks. Well, the crowd were hoping then that the home side would have the final word. That could still rest with Everton. Sheedy. Stephen. Cottee joined by Vanden Hauwe now in the centre. McCall. Here's Vanden Hauwe. Sheedy. Oh, that's a brilliant effort. And Everton really know now that it's not their night. Had this been 3-2, who knows how Bradford would have coped. Free kick taken quickly. Sheedy! And Tomlinson just had enough time to get along his line to keep it out. Bradford City, struggling in the second division, have a famous victory to celebrate. By 3 goals to 1. The third from Lee Palin will live long in the memory. Really made sure of it. 12 minutes into the second half. Everton, another of the giants, have gone out in this season's Littlewoods Cup. Bradford celebrating reaching the quarter-finals for only the third time, and with third division Bristol City next on the horizon, they have a great chance to go even further. As they go off to celebrate, we confirm the final score. It's Bradford City 3, Everton 1.
Terry, was that according to plan?
Well, we're delighted that we scored 3 goals. I was a bit upset about their goal, but we've not done badly tonight, have we?
How have you done it, given that you lost 4-0 at Manchester City with the same team only a few days ago?
Well, it's the old saying, that's football, isn't it? I mean, we've been playing something like that for the last 7 or 8 games, and the breaks haven't been going our way. Tonight we scored 3 brilliant goals, and they've hit the woodwork instead of it going in.
Do you think you proved something to Everton tonight?
Not particularly, no. I think I proved something to Mark Leonard tonight, that was all.
That you can do it against First Division opposition?
Yeah, very happy with the performance. Me and Ian have been developing a very good partnership up front, and we played against 2 of the best of the business tonight. I thought we did very well. Tremendous team performance, and thoroughly deserved the result.
And now Bristol City, a 3rd Division team in the quarter-finals. That really must whet the appetite for a genuine cup run.
That's right. I think that's what spurred us on tonight. The fact that we had such an attractive draw in the next round if we got through tonight. Obviously, at the moment, the league is the priority. We've got to get ourselves out of this false position in the league. But we'll think about it 2 or 3 days before it arrives. And obviously, Wembley, 3 games away.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more from a cup tie, could you? Unless, of course, you're an Everton fan. Well, more football later, but now we switch to boxing.